Hi, I'm Carly Cornell.
And I'm Harvey Cornell, and we are Dragon Phoenix Games.
We'd like to introduce you today to our cooperative adaptation of Valeria Card Kingdoms. That's the version that we're working on here. There are a couple versions of Valeria. So we have adapted this for two or three players. And Harvey's going to tell you a little bit about the objective of the game.
Okay, like most games, Valeria Card Kingdoms, the objective is based on getting the most victory points. But we're going to have a more objective-based objective rather than a victory point objective. So what we're going to be doing is defending our kingdom from rampaging monsters. And so, speaking of which, we're going to have spending time kicking a lot of monster tail here, which is a lot of fun, and we love doing that. That's why we really like this adaptation. But man, I wish I could do that for my mortal enemies.
Your mortal enemies?
Yeah, those on my list of mortal enemies.
You have a list. Can I see the list?
Well, I don't mind showing it to you, but we'd have to find a working 5 1/4 inch floppy drive.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I have one of those.
Yeah, well,
so,
you see,
go ahead.
I've been accumulating lists since the 80s, and that's the media I had, and I haven't updated the media.
Well, that's a darn shame, but I guess that means I'm not on it, right?
That's true, you're not on the list.
But, since I haven't known you since the 80s, so right. I think we're okay. That's the main thing, as long as I'm not on there.
Okay, so what we've got is we've got 4 decks of monsters taken from all the monsters in the basic game here. And we've mixed them all up, and then there's a way that they're mixed up, but we left a few of them out. But anyway, you see that in the rules. And then they work their way down towards our domains. These are going to represent domains that are on the border defending our kingdom. And so the monsters work their way forward. So these monsters are preparing to attack these domains. Now, these exhausted cards are being used as our starting domains. So each one of these can take 5 points of damage. And these represent damage that have been done to those domains. So these 2 domains each have 3 damage already out of their 5. And if the monsters were to completely destroy a domain and get through, then we would lose the game. However, suppose one of them were to destroy a domain and be doing extra damage, then we can take domains like Carly has acquired this domain, so she would be able to substitute that in as another kind of buffer. This just like the monsters, we'll come back to what I was going to say, but the monsters, they work the same way as they would in the regular game. This one would require 1 strength to defeat, 2 strength, etc. Sometimes they also have a magic requirement. So that works just the same as the regular game. You attack the monsters the way you would normally, and the rewards are the same as the regular game. But one thing that is different is in the regular game, this represents victory points you would get for defeating that monster. But in this game, that is used to represent damage that it will do to the domain. So if this gargoyle is not defeated before the end of the round, when the monsters get their turn to attack, this gargoyle will do 1 point of damage to this domain, which would still only be 4, and this domain would not be defeated, but it would be weaker. And the skeleton is going to do 2 damage here, and this treant's going to do 1, and this skeleton is going to do 2. So that's what's going on there. But if one of these domains were to be completely destroyed, then we could, if we have a domain that we've previously acquired, we can immediately substitute it in there. And the domain, likewise, this 2 is not going to be used to represent victory points. It's going to represent how many points of damage this domain can sustain before it's destroyed. So one of the things we're doing is we're getting extra domains during our play to try to substitute as additional buffers between the monsters and our kingdom. Okay, so I think that...
Yeah.
Now we can also, during our turns, we can actually acquire these tokens. If we acquire tokens when we're acquiring resources, if we acquire these, that will represent repairs that we can do in these domains. So we can't actually repair them by acquiring these tokens as part of our resource acquisition. Okay, so that explains kind of our objective in fighting the monsters off. Now, and Carly's going to talk a little bit about how the actions have been changed for this game.
Yeah, so we can, on our turn, just as in the normal game, you can take 2 actions. One of those actions can be a slay action, but the way we interpret that is a little bit different in this game. A slay action it can engage as many monsters as you can afford to take out, as long as you've got the required attack strength and potentially magic as well. So if I wanted to, if on my turn I were going to try to take out the skeleton, I could also take out the treant if I have, because I have here like 4 points of strength and 2 of magic, so I could take both of these guys out on my turn if I wanted to. So it's just a matter of how much resource you have for dealing with the monsters, how many you can take out. If you do an attack action, then you can do, or a slay action, then you can take one other non-slay action, which is you can either recruit a citizen, or you can obtain a domain, or you can take resources. So that's pretty much what there is to it. If you don't do a slay action, you can take 2 non-slay actions. We also have rewritten the dukes a little bit. In the normal game, they give you the ability to acquire extra victory points. In this game, they give you abilities that help you during the play. In this particular case, I have Isabella the Righteous, and her ability during play is if I am taking resources, in addition to the resources that I take, which are 2 resources that don't match, then I can also get for free a strength. So that's her ability. Harvey's Duke.
I have Reese the Firebrand, and my ability is that I can actually take 3 actions as long as all 3 are different. So I can take 1 slay action and 2 other non-slay actions. I mean, 1 slay action, 1 acquire citizen action, and 1 acquire resources, for example. But if I take 2 slay actions, then I'm not going to be able to use that because
You'd have to do it the way every other player does
every
it,
other
which
player
is
does
just
it, which
one
I
other
get 1
non-slay
other
action.
non-slay action. So
Yeah.
I get 3 actions as long as all 3 are different. If they're not all different,
Yeah,
then
so
I only get 2.
if he wants to do 3, he's only going to get to attack 1 monster. So in that case, we maybe need to look at our language a little bit, but the slay action is not against as many monsters as you can take. It's just 1 monster.
Well, yeah, it's always that you can take as many slay actions as you want, but if you take any slay actions, you can only have 1 non-slay action. If you take no slay actions, then you can have 2 non-slay actions. That's just the way it works.
Okay, maybe that's how you phrased it.
That's the way it is in the rules.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, so we've played this for several rounds, and we've reached a critical juncture where there's an interesting decision and strategy that we have to look at. So we thought we'd share it from this point. Yeah.
So it's Harvey's turn next. But if you look here at what's coming up, this is one of the things that we look at each turn. You see this round is not going to be too bad. This guy can only do 2 points of damage, and he's only 2 points to kill. This one takes 3 points of strength to kill and only does 1 point of damage. This is 2 and 2, and this is 1 and 1. Piece of cake. We can handle this round. Even if they all came through and we didn't kill any of the monsters, we wouldn't take enough damage to lose in this round. However, if you look at what's coming in the next round, you can see we've got a Wraith that can do 3 points of damage and costs 3 of magic and 4 of strength to kill. We've got a 5 and 3 on the flaming skeleton, 1, 4, and 3 on the gelatinous cube, and then our favorite, the red dragon. It's still really early in the game. Killing a dragon that takes 12 strength and 6 magic, we don't have that.
We're not going to be able to defeat it directly. We're going to have to find some other way to survive his attack.
And he's got 7 points of damage. We've already got 3 points of damage on this domain. We can only take 2 more before whatever monster is coming in and is going to take us out.
Well, we do have, Carly has acquired this one domain, as I mentioned before, and it has 2 points of defense. So we have those 2 and these 2, that's 4. Assuming we defeat this and that one doesn't do any damage, 4 is not quite enough to survive 7, so we have to bridge that gap of the other 3 damage he's going to do somehow, or we'll lose the game.
Right. So we're thinking real seriously that this turn or next, this round or next, we're going to need to get another domain that gives us at least 3 points more of protection. So
yeah, and now, for example,
or we need to do some repairs,
or we could
we've
do
also
repairs
got
on
3 points
these.
of damage there.
That's one way. We just need to bridge the gap of 3. If we were to repair all 3 of those, that would be enough.
Right.
Even if he destroyed this domain but had no damage left over, we wouldn't lose, because if he has no damage, he doesn't penetrate into our inner kingdom. But now, if you look at this domain, the golden obelisk, now this is interesting because not only does it have 3 points of damage that it can take, but when you acquire it, you can turn in up to 3 magic to get 3, which normally would be victory points, but in our case is repair. So if we could acquire this at a cost of 6 and have 3 magic points left over to convert, not only would we get 3 points of defense that we could put out somewhere, but we could repair, maybe we could repair all 3 of these points, and that would be enough right there to save us.
Yeah.
But right now, neither one of us can afford a 6, but we're going to get my roll and her roll to see what we can afford.
So, you know, one of the things we also need to look at is that gelatinous cube is also a problem. Because if we kill this one, we're good this round, but 3 more points on this guy is also going to kill us.
Well,
so,
but if we're just going to defend this one
that's the same
by
round as the dragon, so it's
but we're going to defend this one somehow by getting 3, not by attacking, by somehow strengthening our domains or something. But we're probably going to have to actually defeat this one.
Yeah. So anyway, those are the things that we're going to look for on the next round. But on this round, what we're going to try to do is just beef up our strength, I think.
Right. Okay, so it's my turn. I'm going to start with my roll. I get a 3, 4, which also gives us 7. So I only got the 3. The 4. I got an archer that gives me 2 strength. Nothing on the 3 or the 7. Carly got.
I hit on the 7.
Got the 7. Okay, so I'm at 4 strength and 1 coin. I'm not going to be able to buy a domain, period. So that's not how we're doing it. Now, I could try to use my ability where I get to take resources, in which case one of them could be a repair point. Might be, but we're not going to get 3 repair points.
You know what? If we repair this just 1, then and kill the skeleton, we'd be good for this column too. So maybe that's
but how close are you to buying this domain? If you can't buy this domain,
well, I don't know. We'll see. But
you're gonna
I've got 4.
Well, you can buy it no matter what, because you can always take 2 resources.
Yeah. So I can get that domain.
So worst case, she takes resources, buys this domain. That 3 defense that this one had would be enough to get us through the attack here. If this guy gets killed on the round.
Yeah, so we're going to have to kill both of these guys on this round, and I think if you repair this one, then we're good to go. The rest of it can all come through, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I think what I want to do is I'm going to try to use my ability to take 3 actions. And so I'm going to take 2 resources. I'm going to take 1 magic and 1 repair.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my repair point to repair this point here.
Yep.
Okay, so as long as we kill this, the 3 points left on this domain is enough to survive that one if we can't kill it.
Yep.
And these 2 already
Well, those will be okay. They
Well,
can come
but you
through
can
if we
attack
have to.
too. You can attack too. So that's one thing I'm going to do.
Mhm.
I'm going to make one attack, which is going to be that skeleton. So it's going to cost me. It's going to cost me 2 strength points, which I'm going to spend that. And so then I get the 1 gold, and I put it in my supply of defeated monsters, which could make a difference. Some of these things, it depends on how many of a certain type of creature you've defeated as to what your
when you're
reward
taking
is.
the boss monsters.
So now I can spend up to 3 on, so my third action, that's 2 different types. The third one is I'm going to continue to build my engine. I can spend up to 3. I don't have this one. I'm really, I think maybe I'd like to take
a rogue or a
champion or a priestess.
Oh, okay.
Champion hits, well.
We've been hitting on the 9 a lot. The odds aren't there, but.
Okay, well, but I'm going to take it, and I'm going to keep my 1 magic in case I do hit that I can convert my magic. So I'm going to spend 2 coins to take the priestess.
Okay.
That's my third action, and now it's over to you.
Okay. 5, 5, and 10. That's not a great roll. Not for me. You hit on your priestess.
Well,
Still,
but you did get you got enough money for the domain.
Yep.
And if you want to be able to get some of these convert magics things, if you take resources again, but that means you don't attack. If you take resources and my domain,
I have to take.
So she's got to attack.
Yeah.
So, well, you don't have to, but it.
Yeah, but I
should.
can take.
Oh, I've got to do my priestess, which is turn one of these to take 3 of these.
But I can take resources, and I'm going to take a magic and a gold.
Now remember, you take resources and the domain, you don't get to attack, right?
Oh, that's right. I have to attack. So I'm going to have to pay for that domain straight up.
Or you could attack first and see what rewards you get.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good idea. So I have to take that one out. That one's easy though, because it's just 1 point of strength, and I get a magic back, which is about as easy as it gets. And then I could, if I take that treant out,
take the
then
treant.
I'll get a magic back, and I'll still be able to take the skeleton out too.
Right.
So I'm gonna take the treant out.
You get a magic and a coin back.
I'll get one of these and one of these. And then I can just kill that skeleton and take 1 more point of gold.
You can get rid of both of your strength points, or you want to save one for later?
I want all of this that I can have.
Okay, you needed 3 magic to buy the repairs.
I'm going to buy the repairs.
Okay.
So if I do this, 2, 4,
3, 4,
5, 6, I've got just enough to buy that
and you get all 3 repairs.
And I can buy 3 points of repair.
Okay, are you going to spend them right now, or you want to go ahead and just fix the domain completely?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so we'll just
Okay, so I'm going to put these 3 points of repair in, and we take 3 points of damage off.
Okay.
Woohoo!
So that's the end of that round. Now she's got 2 domains over there. Now
Which
for the next round, now we're going to switch who's first. Every round we switch who's first. So she's going to be first this next round. And these monsters are going to move up closer to our domains here. And we'll reveal what's coming the next round.
How bad is it? A dire bear.
No, we didn't get one of the really tough ones. Well, I guess we did. The Skeleton King is the toughest in that one category,
he's pretty tough.
It's pretty tough. Let's go ahead and play through this attack and see where we are, and then and so your roll.
I'm first.
Your roll.
Okay. I got a 6 and 5.
Okay.
One of these, and you get to go again on. Oh no, you don't. Your priestess is only to 10.
Yeah.
I'm a little poor, having.
Yes, that's not very good. And even taking resources, you could not attack anything. You don't have enough to attack.
Good thing we did a little planning ahead, didn't we? Yep, you're
Yes.
right.
I think the play for you is to take resources
and then buy somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take one of these and one of these, and I get this one for free because of my Duke. And then I'm going to... I can't buy an archer,
You can
so
buy a
I'll buy a
priestess.
merchant.
A merchant. Oh, that's a second merchant for 3?
Oh no, I mean a 3. I mean a mercenary. I'm sorry.
A mercenary.
It starts with mer.
Yeah, okay.
Or I could take.
Or a
I wonder
priestess.
if I should take it. I'm gonna take the mercenary. It's sort
Okay.
of a pain in the butt. I don't love it, but.
So you do have 1 strength to turn in to activate. So okay.
I do. So I'm okay on that.
And that's the end of your turn.
Yep. Your turn. 5 and
1 and 5, making 6. So my 1 hit. That's good. I got 3 magics.
Okay, this.
And 5 is a
this.
coin, and the 6 is a strength. So actually,
Okay.
I have a fair amount here.
Okay.
I think I'm going to be trying to attack multiple times here. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to defeat the red dragon.
No.
But considering we got a Skeleton King doing 4 coming there, I think I would like to be able to take out
That'd
the
be nice.
gelatinous cube. But now, one advantage, if I can take this out, I will get 1 magic back.
Right.
And so even though I use 5 points of my combat, I would have 1
So you
back.
only
So
take
I'd
4,
take
net 4.
3, 6.
Well, that wraith gives you. A
I actually have
character.
enough to take both of these, but this one gives a character.
Yeah. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah, a character, but it's going to cost 7. I can't. If I go after the wraith, I can't get 2.
Okay.
I think I should
I
take
can
out
do-
both
yes.
of these.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
That saves us the most damage on
Yep.
our domains.
Yep.
So let me go after the flaming skeleton first for 3, 4, 5. I'll use 1 magic and 4 strength.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to get a coin and a magic back.
Cool.
And then I'm going to go after gelatinous cube, which requires 1 magic and 4 more, so that's going to be 3 might and 1 magic. And then I'm going to get 2 coins. Well, now I might be able to get a domain now.
You got something
3.
cheapish.
I have
Oh,
a total of
there's
8
a 6.
to spend.
There's a 6 and an 8. The 8 gives you a bunch
Oh.
of. That one's cool because that gives you strength and the ability to kill a monster.
Yeah, but there's
I
no,
don't know, I don't
but
think- I don't think you
see,
can
I don't have
no, you
enough
can't.
magic to
No,
do
you don't.
that.
Okay.
Because it takes 3 and I would only have 1.
This one gives you a discount on domains. This one gives you repair points if you return a character. Of course, you don't have very many characters to spare.
Well, but I could just return it. How many repair points do you get?
3.
I can return one that costs 2. That's still a net gain. I'll get
Yeah.
it back.
Okay.
Why don't I do that? Let me spend 6 to take this. And I'll go ahead and give my priestess back. I'll try to buy it back soon. But if I do that, I get 3 repair points.
Sweet.
And I don't have to spend them yet.
No.
I think I'll wait and see what needs the repair.
Okay.
Actually, well, okay, I was the last to play, so they're going to
Now
attack.
it's
So let's
the
go ahead
monster's
and
turn.
let them do what they're going to do.
He's gonna do.
He does 3
3 points
damage
of damage.
to that.
And then,
Now he's going to do all 5 and destroy this, so this one's going to go out of the game.
and then he can have. Do we want to put? Yeah, let's put the 3-point one out,
okay,
and
so
then we
we'll
just
do,
put 1 point of. We put 2 points of damage
points.
on it, but it's still alive.
yeah, so we still have,
So that's how a round of play goes.
and you know, the next round we just move the next wave of monsters down. And we'll be able to also see what the wave after that looks like.
And then we're ready to play another round. So we hope you enjoy playing this one. We really, really have a great time. Kiki Monster Tale.
Right. All right, thank you for joining us.
And you'll be able to find the instructions for this game and all of our others at www.dragonphoenixgames.com. Select the Friends and Lovers page and click one of the buttons that say instructions on it, and then just give us your email and we'll be happy to give you immediate access to the page that has all of the directions for all of the games that we've released. So, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.